Welcome to the 2014 IRONMAN 70.3 Port Macquarie Athlete Race Briefing. Further to this race briefing, athletes are required to read the Athlete Information Guide, which contains additional information to ensure you have a great day. This is available online to view and print at www.ironmanportmacquarie.com. If you have any further questions following the race briefing, please see the team located at the information desk at Westport Park next to the Partner Village. Please make sure you've taken the time to check your athlete race kit for all items you'll need this weekend. This includes your swim cap, number tattoos, helmet sticker, bike seat post sticker, bike pump sticker, race bib, and most importantly, your athlete wristband. Your athlete wristband is your form of ID, which you'll need to wear across the whole event. It will provide access into athlete-only areas. Bike and helmet check-in is on Saturday between 10:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. This takes place at Transition in Westport Park. If you require bike mechanic services, they'll be located at the entry to Transition. Make sure you've attached your bike and helmet sticker prior to arriving to Transition. You'll have your bike inspected by technical officials to ensure your bike and helmet meet safety standards. To save time, please wear your helmet to bike check-in and leave it overnight with your bike. The bike racks are individually numbered. Please ensure that you rack your bike at your assigned position. No bike bags or covers are allowed on your bikes overnight. These will be removed as they are a danger in high winds to neighbouring bikes. Please make sure you're aware of the flow of Transition. There will be 3 Transition tours held on Saturday, which will help with any questions you have. Transition tours will be held at 11:30 a.m, 1:30 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. Tours depart from the Transition Tours meeting point as shown on the map. Transition will be open from 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. At the closure of Transition, all team cyclists must exit the Transition area. The team's Transition will reopen at the discretion of the Transition manager after the pro athletes have departed for the cycle. Team cyclists will then wait with their bike. Once the team swimmer passes them the timing chip, they can take their bike off the rack and continue out of Transition. As the team cyclist re-enters Transition, they must rack their own bike individually before passing the timing chip to the team runner. Bike mechanics will be located at the bike exit entry arch and will have resources for emergency services only. Transition closes at 6:30 a.m. and wave starts will commence from 6:45 a.m. You'll be able to bring in your bike pump on race morning, however you must take this with you when you exit. Pumps will be stored separately to bags in the gear tent, so please ensure they are adequately labelled. Your gear bag will need to be handed in to the street gear tent located next to the merchandise tent in Westport Park. The street gear tent will be open from 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Please ensure your bag is labelled with the numbered gear bag sticker found in your race kit. The one-lap swim course begins with a deep water start off the Marine Rescue Boat Ramp on Buller Street. Participants swim northwest in an anti-clockwise direction alongside Pelican Island before turning back and exiting via the swim ramp at Westport Park. If the water temperature is not greater than 24.5 degrees Celsius, wetsuits are optional. Please inquire at the information desks if you're unsure of the provisional water temperature. Athletes will be called into the holding area according to their wave category. Event personnel will call each wave category into the water. Athletes will be able to complete a warm-up swim between 6:05 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. Athletes will be called to move into the swim start area prior to their wave start time. All athletes must pass through the timing activation gate at the swim start in order to activate their timing chip. The pro males will start at 6:45 a.m. followed immediately by the pro females starting at 6:46 a.m. Wave starts for age group athletes will begin from 6:52 a.m. If for any reason the swim needs to be cancelled after the swim start, you will hear a continuous whistle sound. If this occurs, do not panic. Please take all direction from water safety personnel and make your way to the shore. If you decide to withdraw at any time after you've crossed the start mats, you must notify an event official so we can account for your safety. Swim safety is provided by Surf Lifesaving New South Wales. If at any time you need assistance, raise one arm above your head. Please look out for those around you and raise your arm if you see another athlete in distress. The time limit for the swim leg is 1 hour. Any athlete who has not completed the course by this cut-off time will not be able to continue. Any team cyclist remaining in transition will be sent out onto the bike course at this time, and the team will be classified as a did not finish or DNF. The bike course is a 90-kilometre, 2-lap course. The 2-lap bike course exits transition onto Buller Street, then heads left into Short Street before continuing onto Clarence Street, Stewart Street, and then the scenic Pacific at Ocean Drive. The course becomes technical in the sections along Lighthouse Road and Matthew Flinders Drive, where the road twists and turns along the spectacular coastal headland. The southern turnaround is located before Abel Tasman Drive on Ocean Drive, Lake Cat-Eye. Competitors return back to Westport Park via the city centre and into the action-packed Walters Street turnaround before heading back out on their second lap. Once competitors complete 2 laps of the scenic bike course, they'll return back to transition in Westport Park. There will be roaming bike mechanics on course, as well as a mechanic set up in transition for pre-race services. Mechanics will carry tools and spare tubes only. They will not have spare wheels available. Athletes must repair their own bike. Prompt service should not be expected, and athletes are advised to carry their own spares and be familiar with fixing or replacing tyres and tubes. For more information, please speak to the bike mechanic at transition on Saturday. SAG wagons will be roaming the course to collect any cyclists that cannot complete the event. Collected cyclists will be transported to the closest aid station or back to transition. Please be advised there may be delays in SAG wagon transport. It is advisable for athletes to commence walking back to their nearest aid station. Competitors have access to aid stations on the bike course at 6 kilometres, 26 kilometres, 51 kilometres and 71 kilometres. These aid stations will offer water, shots electrolytes, Vaseline, sunscreen and toilets. All athletes should slow down through the area. This is the sequence of the bike aid stations. Volunteers will endeavour to provide approximately 50 metres between tables and service areas. Slow down through bike aid station and maintain a straight line and consistent speed. Communicate loud and clearly. Volunteers are there to support you, not serve you. Litter zone start and litter zone finish signs are provided to define the rubbish and bed and discard zone. Outside of this zone, athletes will be penalised. Roads cannot be reopened until the course is clear of all rubbish. Please help by sticking to the rules and discarding only within this area. Please be focused and considerate at all times through aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it is your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Bike course regulations apply to this section of the course. These are: always ride as far to the left as possible, always pass on the right, always move left after a pass, do not block other athletes' progress, do not ride side by side, never cross the centre line, do not litter, never ride with MP3 players, phones or cameras. This is a non-drafting event, meaning unless overtaking, 12 metres must be kept between yourself and the bike in front of you at all times. When passing, you must complete your pass within 25 seconds. Be making forward progress at all times. A started pass must be completed. After being passed, drop back 12 metres. You cannot pass until 12 metres back. If you do receive a penalty, the officials will show you a yellow or red card, tell you to stop at the next penalty tent if applicable, note your athlete number and other information. There are 2 penalty boxes on course, located at Lake Cat-Eye Reserve outbound, corner of Grant Street and Stewart Street inbound. The time limit for the bike leg is 4 hours 30 minutes from the start time. Any athlete who has not completed the course by 12 noon will not be able to continue. There will be intermediate cutoff points on the course. The run course is a 21.1 kilometre 2-lap course. The 2-lap clockwise run course highlights the best Port Macquarie has to offer, including the iconic IRONMAN breakwall, Settlement Point overlooking the Hastings River and the North Shore. Competitors head north exiting transition towards the picturesque Settlement Point. At the turnaround point on Settlement Point Road, you'll head back through the race precinct in Westport Park before heading out to Town Green and past the hand-painted rock memorials that make up the breakwall. Upon reaching Town Beach, competitors will head out onto the road where the run towards Clarence Street continues, before turning down Munster Street and heading back through Town Green and onto the finish lap point at Westport Park. There are 4 aid stations on the run course located within 2 kilometres of each other. You'll pass each aid station multiple times. These aid stations will offer water, Shots electrolytes, Shots energy bars and gels, D-Gas Coca-Cola, banana, watermelon, Vaseline situated in the toilets, ice, sunscreen and repellent. Red Bull will be supplied at the Stephen Street aid station, served in diluted formula of 50% Red Bull and 50% water. This is the sequence of the run aid stations. Wherever possible, volunteers will provide a minimum of 10 metres between tables. However, due to the lay of the land, sometimes table layouts may vary across the course. The sequence of offerings, however, will remain the same. Please note there are at least 2 toilets at every aid station. Due to the lay of the land, toilets cannot be consistently placed at all aid stations. Please ask volunteers for directions and follow any signage if in need. Please endeavour to place any rubbish in the bins provided. We want to return the city to the locals as we found it. It's with their blessing we're provided access to this wonderful course. And don't forget to thank the volunteers. Please be focused and considerate at all times through aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver exactly what you require, but it's your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Run course regulations apply to this section of the course. You must complete both laps. There'll be timing checkpoints on course validating this. Absolutely no outside assistance. No iPods, thumps, headphones, cell phones or cameras. Keep your torso covered. You must have your run number visible on the front. No littering. Use the toilets provided. If an athlete is shown a yellow card, they may be directed by the technical official to serve an on-the-spot time penalty with the official. 3 infringements equals disqualification. If you receive a red card from a technical official, you must report to the race referee once you've completed your race. The run course cutoff time is 7 hours 30 minutes from your wave start time. The race is conducted under the Triathlon Australia Race Competition Rules (RCR) and a number of special Ironman rules. Please refer to the Athlete Information Guide on the event website for more information. An experienced medical team will be in place at the event, with medical personnel positions at the swim start and exit, in transition, roaming on the cycle and run courses, as well as a full medical tent setup and team at the finish line. There will be ambulances strategically located within the venue and on course at all times. During the race, please ensure you look after yourself and your fellow athletes. If in doubt, ask for help from an event official or volunteer on course. Please make sure you have provided the staff at check-in with your most up-to-date medical and emergency contact information. The medical team can assist with rehydration, warming or cooling and other basic care. Any athletes requiring further treatment will be transported to the Port Macquarie Base Hospital. If you find yourself in this situation, your gear will be cared for until you return. Please inquire at the information tent when you do return. To help out the medical team, please make sure you're taking appropriate care of yourself. If you have an acute illness, modify your expectations and allow for a bad day. Above all, don't change what you've been doing. Pre-race and public first aid is available at the information booth. Completing an Ironman is a special experience. Crossing the finish line is the pinnacle. Here's a hot tip: make yourself photo ready. In accordance with Ironman rules, family or friends are not permitted in the finish chute. Please let your loved ones know of this rule, as you will be disqualified if this rule is not adhered to. This rule is enforced to reduce the risk of an athlete unintentionally harming themselves, other athletes, or their loved ones. It is also important to respect other finishers and their experience. Ironman hopes everybody makes the most of their time in the spotlight. Once you cross the finish line, there will be finish line catchers to meet you and escort you through to the recovery area. You'll be presented with your finisher's medal and towel. Catchers will briefly assess you and take you to medical if required. The recovery aid station will offer food and drinks. Massage therapists will be available. Your street gear bag will be available for collection. Event staff and volunteers are within the post-finish area. Please advise if you require assistance. Bikes will be available for collection after the final athlete has completed the cycle leg. An announcement will be made when this is available, approximately 12:15 p.m. Athlete wristbands must be shown to retrieve bikes from transition. Please do not attempt to remove your bike prior to this time. All bikes must be collected from transition by 4:30 p.m. All prizes will be presented in the presentation tent in transition at the IRONMAN 70.3 Port Macquarie presentations on Sunday afternoon, commencing at 3:30 p.m. The roll-down ceremony for the 2015 IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship, to be held on Sunday the 30th of August 2015 in Zalm-Siegerbrunn, Salzburgerland, Austria, will take place immediately following the presentations at approximately 4 p.m. There are 30 qualifying slots on offer and you must be present to claim your slot. Good luck on Sunday, and we look forward to celebrating with you on the finish line.